evening, everybody. Welcome back to Devils United. We're back and we are doing a sporting watch-along against Atalanta, who needs the Champions League, right? Because we've got the Europa League, what's much more competitive at the moment. Like, some of these fixtures today have been absolutely insane. And let's be real, only the best teams are getting through into the quarterfinals of the Europa League. That's apologies to any teams such as Rangers, who will not be making through to the next round of the Europa League. So now I've said this, let's hope Sporting qualify. But thank you all for watching. Get your score predictions in. We will be looking at the lineup before we do go into the game. Good evening, Torstein. Thank you for coming into the chat. Hope you are well. Good evening, Reese. Thanks for coming into the chat. Hope you are well. You've chose Marcus Edwards for the first goal scorer. He is the European champion. He just likes to bang goals in for fun in Europe. But at the moment, Victor Gonares is at 62%. Marcus Edwards 12%, Trincao 12%, and Pedro Gonçalves also 12%. Now it's 11% each. So someone must have bit Gonares again. So yeah, a lot. But to be honest, it might not even be any of them. Like, we've got an actual who could score a nice header, and Esagio, maybe it might be his game to actually score a goal. Diamonde, could he score? Like, Dio has scored a couple of headers, maybe. Hey, Rather, hope you are well. Thank you for coming into the chat. Manny Mays, she's got the vibes we like. She's effing dynamite. Manny. Quality that, Rather. Thanks for coming into the chat. Hope you are well. Hey there, Paul. How are you? Thank you for coming into the chat. Good to see you as always, Paul. Yes, Liverpool getting through. Big up, Mays, for the recognition on the Scousers. I don't give recognition to Liverpool. I was giving recognition to everyone who's going through to the Europa League. So that includes AC Milan, and that includes any other West Ham as well. We'll give some support to West Ham whilst we're at it. Gotta go for 2-0 for Sporting. I like that, Paul. I do like that indeed. I'd be happy with a 2-0 win, especially at the Atalanta ground, because at the moment on Ags it is 1-1. So fingers crossed we do get a couple of goals tonight. Hi there, Dart Central. Hope you're well. Thank you for coming in. Going for 2-1 Sporting. Gonares, Edwards, Gakama for Atalanta. Nice prediction indeed. Your Europa League is Milan anyways. As much as I don't like to say it, I think it's going to be Liverpool's. I've liked to share the stream. Thank you, Paul, for all your support. You're always great support to the channel. Hit the MF likes up and subscribe. The original is here. Hey, Grace, thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Guess who's back? She's back. I'm sure you've done it on the TikTok as well. I can't remember. You've done it to me on TikTok, or you messaged it me, but that was class. Thank you so much, Chris. Manny Mays, Eminem playing tonight. I'll let you know who's be playing, but no, Eminem is not playing. Going 1-1 into penalties. I can't be doing with penalties tonight, I must be honest. 3-1 Sporting, full 90. I'm happy with that. 2-1 Sporting, my prediction after extra time. I can't be doing with extra time, but I'll be happy with a win regardless. So here's the lineup for Sporting. So we got Israel in goal. At the moment, Adan is out injured. Could be out for the rest of the season. We do have in the back line St. Just, Dion Monday in Inacio. I think Quartes is getting a rest today, which I'm not going to complain about. Good to see St. Just in the lineup alongside Dion Monday. Kwasima, another one who's going to be having a rest. I think he's been sensational. whilst he always has been on AFCON, and he did win with the Ivory Coast. We got Etagio, Hilmund, Pedro Gonzalez, or people like to say Pote, and also Reese in the midfield role. Escargio and Matthias Reese will be playing as wing-back positions. We've got an attacking three of Trincao, Gorarez, and Marcus Edwards. As I've already said, Marcus Edwards, let's be real, he is the man who likes to score in Europe. Gorarez is scoring for fun. Trincao, ever since I've said that I would sell him on bloody TikTok, the guy's been scoring for fun as well. Likes to prove me wrong, doesn't he, Trincao? After being poor. Hillman has been fantastic since he's joined. Israel is finally getting his chance as well. So overall, it is a strong lineup for Sporting, and there is a packed bench tonight as well. I wanted to see if I can find the bench, but I don't think it's on here. Oh, yeah, there we go. So the bench here for Sporting, Daniel Branganza, who is a midfielder, plays as like a box-to-box midfielder. Diogo Pinto, Edu Quasimo, Silva, Jenny Catamo, Van Frenska, Koba Condre, Neto, Nuno Santos, Paulinho, Rafael, and Quartes. As I've already said, Sporting have got a couple of injuries at the moment. I did touch on Adan, who's got something wrong with his thigh. Marisa, I didn't know he was injured, to be fair, so it must have been only recent, because I'm sure he played the other day. So he is out with physical discomfort. So only but overall it is a strong bench. So regardless if the starting 11 doesn't do it, then realistically the bench should be able to do it for sure. Hey Twalumbar, thanks for coming into the chat. Hope you are well. Mays, no pens, that'll be too much for me to take. Exactly. Can't be bothered with penalty shootouts. Like, I like seeing them when it's not my team, but when it's when our other people's teams, but when obviously it's a team I like, I don't like watching penalties. Like, and to be honest, I don't know what Israel's really like on penalties. He doesn't get used, so I wouldn't know how he'd be like. To our lumber, so are you Man U and Sporting fan? Yeah, I do like Sporting a lot. Fantastic team to watch. Fantastic team to watch, and I think they've got a great future. Of course, if Ruben Amorim is to stay at Sporting, but we do know Amorim, he is linked to quite a lot of teams at the moment. St. Just, what he's been freshly squeezed. Great lineup, strong enough to win. Yeah, 100%, definitely a strong 11. I have a soft spot for Atalanta in Italy, and I have a soft spot for Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. The thing is, though, you need to pick here, Chris. Who you picking, Atalanta, or are you picking Sporting? Who would you rather win? That is the biggest question here. Victor, Arsenal want him, don't they? Yeah, every team are after Victor Gorarez at the moment. Chelsea are after him. Arsenal are after him. Newcastle are after him. A couple of teams in Europe are after him as well. He does have a release clause of 100 million euros. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was to hit that release clause. But we'll just have to see. I'd like to, from what I've been hearing, they're looking at giving him a new deal so they can up that release clause, which I think would be a good idea, because he's definitely, from a Sporting perspective, I know people look at him and go, he's only scored this many goals this season and it's in the Portuguese league, but Sporting have never been so much of a bigger threat since he's been there in goals. So I think for me is they are going to want to up that release clause, because he's worth well more than 100 million euros in the eyes of the Sporting owner, in the eyes of Ruben Amorim as well, at the end of the day. Maisy said, already said Liverpool are winning the trophy. That's made my night. Oh, I'm not able to. Hey there, Niall. Thanks for coming into the chat. Hope you are well. Maisy, thoughts on how the midfield will link to the strikers for Sporting. So how Ruben Amorim tends to set up his starting 11, he tends to use Hillman as another defender in front of the back three that they already have. Diamonde will be there more to be a defender, someone who will be staying back. St. Just, who has got tremendous speed, Inacio, who's got a fantastic passing accuracy, will be both used there to bring the ball at a long range pass. And then you've got Potter, who will probably play more of a 8 to 10 role, who will, when in possession, they will end up being a 4, like they'll play as in a 3-1-6, because Gonzalez there will go into attacking possession once Sporting have the ball. Force and Arsenal could be linked to a summer move. It's all the matter of who's going to activate that release clause at the end of the day. Whoever's first to do that, whoever's going to give him the terms that he wants. So I am going to be doing this as well. No spoilers in the chat, please. As I may be a tidge behind. So if you do know what the score is in this score before I say it, then don't say it until I've said it. Don't ruin it for other people. So don't spoil it, and just enjoy the show, as we all say. So where is it? Twilum, but do you also follow the Sporting women's team? It's very difficult to watch the Sporting women's team, to be fairly honest. I have watched the odd game, but it's like you've got to go through every Tom, Dick, and Harry stream to watch it. And I think the Portuguese league is so underdeveloped at the moment in terms of women's football. It's right now they do need a lot more investment, and you can see very clearly that Benfica are the most dominant team because they do have a lot more funding, because they'll have it from winning the league, they'll have it from the Champions League, because they are getting into Champions League football as well. So at the moment, unless there is that investment, Benfica's going to constantly dominate. Sporting have won, I think they won the Taça de Portugal for the women's, and which was good to see. Jordan Henderson retains his place in the Southgate squad. To be honest, I've lost words at this point in terms of Gareth Southgate, in terms of the 11, the squad we pick. I know there's people who have played well and does deserve that call up, but at the end of the day, I don't know what more to really say, to be fair. Benfica had beat Rangers earlier on. That's what I mean. Niall, the better teams always qualify. Gores, Edwards, and Miran UK, my goal scorers. I've never watched this guy from Atalanta, so I don't personally watch Atalanta. I don't know what they like. So I'm going to go into this one blindfolded. Just now said, hit the like, share, subscribe. The lineup, it's kicked off now for Sporting. So yeah, kicked off now for Sporting. I'm gonna put the timer on and things. So bear with me. Right, there, done. Mate, today I hear Chelsea want Diamonde. Everybody's wanting Diamonde, just as Gores. Everybody's linked to him. It's just a matter of who activates that £80 million release clause first. What country is he from, Victor? He is Swedish international. Hey, Nippon, thanks for coming into the chat. Hope you are well. I am well, thank you very much. Will you be streaming the European draw? No, no, I'm not. No. I'd rather Sporting win. I wrote on the fence. Fair enough. I hear Arsenal want Diamonde from Sporting. A lot of clubs are wanting Diamonde at the moment. Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, Real Madrid, PSG. A lot of top clubs are wanting Diamonde at the moment. You just need to see the quality he's got, and you can completely understand why he is being linked to all these different clubs. Ruben Amorim, one of the best management managers in Europe, absolutely spot on. Mays, would you sell Rashi for 70 million? I think based on how long he's got left in his contract, I wouldn't sell him for 70. I would push for the 100, especially when it's PSG and you know they can afford 100 million. We need to stop being a bit, how I would like to say, we need to stop being soft in transfer negotiations and just letting them go for whatever price. Because I think, especially with us getting all the profit for Rashford, we need to try and go with as much as possible because that's going to help us massively in transfer windows and things. Hi Sean, thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Great to see Gores stepping up after leaving Coventry and becoming the goal scorer for them now around Europe. I think he's the top one of the top in Europe at the moment. Hey Raja, thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Yep, exactly what Niall said, and rather no spoilers, please. I do agree in terms of transition. Sporting played very well when the midfield progresses. Yep, exactly. Hope Sporting win 2-1. That it was lucky that was a poor shot then. I don't know. I think something about Israel's positioning then was a bit poor. I expected a bit better from Hillman as well. And Diamonde should have got that. I think he was very lucky. It was a very weak shot. Fight TV, as you know, good for matched amongst other devices. It's hard to watch European women's teams because the coverage is hard to find. DAZN do Italian, Spanish, German football, but in terms of all other football, it's very hard. My predictions: Atalanta from Sean. Didn't Sporting beat Porto 3-0? They beat Porto 2-0 a couple of months ago. And then Porto beat Benfica 5-0. Absolutely unreal. Southgate linked to United as well. Everybody's linked to United, so I take everything with a pinch of salt, to be fair. Atalanta more organised side, like to push into the midfield quickly and counter. Sounds like an Italian football. May's thoughts on the way Sporting defend as a team. I think defensively it's something they can improve upon. Because at times they do get a bit nervous on goal, but I think Amorim uses the back three more as an attacking back three than a defensive back three. But I think he goes more for goals than defence for sure. Hope United get Inacio. I think at the moment Inacio's release clause is 60 million euros. If we got him 2 summers ago, he would have been 40 million euros. It's unbelievable how no one even snatched a guy up when he's that least amount of money. Hey there, Henry. Thanks for coming into the chat. Hope you are well. Looks like Tobio is very expensive. I've never watched him. I know a lot of people rate him, but I haven't watched him before. PSG will pay for Trashford. We'll have to see. I believe I could 5 feet Lautaro Martinez. A player doing really well in Italy is Bologna's midfield, Lewis Ferguson, who is linked to Milan team, Napoli, Lazio. Great player. I'll have to check him up. I haven't seen him before. Sporting's an attack. Looks like it's Trincao. Ilmond. St. Just. Yeah. Tobio's realistic with Ratcliffe having connections. Yet spot on. There is a lot of comments in this chat. Into like Faza Italia. I don't even understand it, to be fairly honest. Score predictions, anyone? Yeah, just as Sean said, put your score predictions in the chat. Goal Liverpool 1-0 Nunes. I think it was going to be easy win this one for Liverpool for sure. Liverpool team's far too strong at the moment. Inacio, Hillmund, Marcus Edwards, Trincao. Trincao kept hold of the ball, passed it back to Inacio. Pot, passed it right back to St. Just. Have you watched any of Bologna games? Ferguson has been excellent in the attacking midfield. To be honest, no, I haven't watched any of Bologna's games. I heard they are doing well this season. A lot of people are bigging them up. I think is it top 6, if I'm not mistaken, in Serie A. Marcus Roos, Trincao. This is the problem with Trincao. He just never passes the ball for I just think to myself, instead of taking on the 2 players, just pass the ball. Like, it's really not hard to pass a ball. And I think this is what Trincao's problem is. And this is why I said Trincao, I don't think he is good enough to be at Sporting. 2-0 for Liverpool. Bobby Clark. Opinion on Pedro Gonzalez and Trincao. Trincao, I think he can be very frustrating sometimes. He has improved, but he's still extremely frustrating to watch. Pedro Gonzalez was fantastic last season. However, he has dropped off a bit in form. I think he is definitely overworked. And he is moving in different positions to accommodate Sporting's injuries. He's played as an 8, he's played as a false 9, he's played as a winger, so he can slot in 4 different positions on the pitch, and I think you're not going to get the most consistency out of him when he's constantly moving around. A Sporting good at set pieces. They have scored a few set piece goals. The one who does tend to score the most set pieces is Paulinho, and he is on the bench. Oh, Man United versus Liverpool in quarterfinals of the FA Cup. They sure are. Sporting is good with the ball. Yeah, they are definitely good with the ball. What do you make of the England squad? I think some of them definitely weren't deserving of a call up. I would have personally called up Jack Butland over Aaron Ramsdale in the goalkeeper position. But to be fair, is no goalkeeper going to get used minus Jordan Pickford anyway. I wouldn't have brought through either Conor Gallagher or Jordan Henderson. I would have called up different midfielders. I am glad Kobe's not been called up just for the point that he needs to be fit for United. I think people forget is that he only come back around December time. And he still needs to break him. I know he's breaking into the squad, but he does need senior first team minutes. And I think he does deserve a rest during international break. Rashford shouldn't have been called up for me either. And another one is Maguire was supposed to be injured, but he's been called up. So that raises alarm bells for me as his players coming wanting to play for country and not club, because with what's going on at United. I peed off with Klopp risking first team players when the tie is done in the first leg. I ain't even seen their lineup, I must be honest. Let's have a look. Salford City's currently beating Stockport County by 1-0. So let's have a look at the first team for Liverpool. Kelly, Conor Bradley, Quansega, Joe Gomez, Andy Robertson, Szoboszlai, Endo, Bobby Clark, Mo Salah, Cody Gakpo. Yeah, I would definitely have said that more. There should have been more rotation for the young kids. Let them have a go. So I could definitely see your point completely, because now they're 8-1 on Ags, so there was no reason to risk first team players. England squad is hilarious. Not as hilarious as Scotland or Rangers tonight. I score Sporting good if it goes to penalties. Fingers crossed. Penalties are always 50-50. 3-0 Salah. Why is Henderson making it? Good question. Corner for Atalanta. Took it short. Crossed it in. Is that going to go for a goal kick now? England should have called up Butland. Yeah, exactly what I thought. Maguire, how is he called up? Exactly. Henderson has Southgate's nudes. I wouldn't want to see it. Good question, Raja. West Brom got charged in the cup tie against Wolves. I think it's because they played an ineligible player, if I'm not mistaken. Maguire does well for England. Yeah, I agree. Maguire does do well, and you can't complain about that. But my issue is that he hasn't been playing for United because of injury. So if he isn't actually if he's injured, why is he being called up for England? That's what my problem is, and that's the same with other players who get called up to international duty, but then they're injured for the club. So that doesn't make sense for me. Has to be Southgate out. Maguire good for England, agreed. It's stupid players don't care about their clubs. Yeah, it's the clubs who pay him as well. If Ruben comes to Liverpool, look at what he walks into with all the players. Yeah, he does, but you're going to have to activate his £30 million release clause. Gate pits players like Maguire, Henderson to the England team. Exactly. Yeah, but Klopp will take big players off soon. Scotland squad picked on merit. Scott McTominay wasn't used for a bit, and he was still picked for the Scotland squad. I'm going to say this. I think every single international manager will have the favourites and the most crucial players. And that's no matter how good, how crap, how little they've played, they will always get picked because they think they're crucial for the club. They're crucial for winning trophies and getting performances in. And there's players who get put into squads every single time. I think the only one who I would actually say doesn't pick his favourites is probably Deschamps, the France manager. I think every other manager, though, does have their favourites. And that's no denying that. Have to earn the place because you're not reliable. Phillips is an example. Players should be picked on performances, not regulars who are not playing well. I agree with that. 4-0. I'm Southgate out. Is Richard Hughes joining Edwards? No clue. Best off asking Chris, Henry, or Ravi about that one. Alonso inevitable for Liverpool. Don't worry, Amarim staying. I thought so. You didn't hear my point. Read it and see. What point are you trying to get at, Rather? Yeah, but all I was saying is you need to activate his release clause. That's all I'm saying. If you activate his release clause, you've got him. There's no point saying if. Gotta activate his release clause first. Brighton fans banner tonight in reaction to Roma's banner last week. Totti loves pineapple on pizza. Ugh. Pineapple on pizza is disgusting. It is disgusting. To be honest, I'm not one of them people who like to call the managers for being wanting to be sacked or wanting to succeed. I'm not one of them to jump on the bandwagon on social media about it. People who know me will know my opinion on the managers, but I'm not one for really saying it on social media, to be fair. I think I've only done it once, and that was for Matt Skinner. Matt Skinner's ridiculous, and he deserves to be gone from United. But I would never do it. I'll never do it for anyone else, not unless I got to the to the point of how terrible the club is. I'm a pineapple on pizza person. Oh, Niall, just when I thought you had good taste. You put pineapple on pizza. Oh, pineapple on pizza ain't for me, man. Like, it's fruit. Fruit doesn't go on like food. Like I remember I went to Nando's years ago when I first tried it. I was only little, like, and it was brand new in Manchester, like, and I never used to like it because I got a burger and it had pineapple on it, and I never knew it had pineapple on it, and it made me feel rotten. Israel, Inacho, St. Juice, Israel. Is he going to kick it out Inacho? I think that was a stupid move, personally. Hillman, St. Just. If anyone's going to defend well, it'll be St. Just. In terms of defending, he is one of the best players to defend with his speed. If people think I want a speedy defender, you look at this guy. He is fantastic. In terms of speed, he's a fantastic player. He just gets far too many injuries. Are you going to the game United versus Liverpool? No, I'll be going to the women's game United versus Bristol. I got a season ticket for the women's game, so that'll be where I'll be going. Tried Nando's. Only recently. I had a chicken wings, chips, corn on a cob. It was amazing. We'll get a Nando's another night. You know, see, Niall, I knew you had good taste. Sporting defence is unreal. Yeah, the best for me, the best under 22 defence in the world. This is not me like chatting crap when I say this, but you've got Diamande, who's 20 years old. You've got Inacho, who's 22 years old, and you've got Quasima, who is 22 years old. All three of them are absolute unreal ballers. Honestly, Quasima will be a top defender when I say this. He hasn't started tonight, but if you watch Sporting in the league, watch Sporting from when the AFCON started to now, and then you will get what I mean by when I say is unreal. Did my preview for tonight on the game on Sunday. I'll check that out after my show tonight. Oh, very nervous defending there. Sporting haven't really been too fantastic at the moment. Flick or Nagelsmann for the next United coach. I'm not a fan of either of them, but if I was gonna pick maybe Flick, just based on what Flick's done at that Bayern Munich team. Used to go Nando's in 2004 when I was 19. Liverpool winning 4-0. I've never had a Nando's. I just don't get why people say coming for a cheeky Nando's. Just cheeky in that, innit? Like, it's a lot. Like, usually people go, do you want to go for a cheeky Nando's? Always a last minute decision. Like, and yeah, just don't get Nando's ordered in. That's all I'm going to say. Bit of a dive there from Gonzalez. I don't personally think that was a foul, but or is it a foul for the Atalanta? God knows. Looks like it's going Atalanta's way. Yeah, it went Atalanta's way. Is it just me? I genuinely think the Atalanta's goalkeeper looks nervous. Oh, come on. All these players are out fouling Marcus Edwards. They're literally like worried. Like, Marcus Edwards, in terms of attack, is a fantastic player. I can understand why people are nervous around him and why they keep creating fouls. Like, there was just simply no need for that whatsoever. Like, and this is the thing what I hate about watching teams who are from the Serie A. They literally dive in merchants. Every single one of them dive like God knows what. All the La Liga teams, all the Serie A teams, they all dive. Are you surprised Sarri has stepped down from Lazio? From what I've seen, Lazio have done poor this season, so I think it's probably the right move for him to step down, to be fairly honest. I think he probably thought if he don't step down, he's getting sacked. Doesn't say cheeky on the logo, though. No, it doesn't. But it says it in the description. Not on the logo, it's on the description. Who do you like better? He does look nervous. That's why Sporting need to test him. Exactly. Yes, because they rely too much on Immobile. Yeah. You know, I'm looking at this Atalanta shirt. I actually like they haven't got no sponsor at the front. That is the only thing I will actually praise Atalanta for, and I would praise them for nothing else. Because even the ground looks rubbish. Like, I'm not saying it looks rubbish in terms of like it looks like it's dead out of condition or whatever, but it just looks like a proper ugly stadium. Escardio. Could have used his speed a bit better there from Edwards. Bring Sarri to United. I don't want Chelsea rejects. Do you think we will get Conference League or Europa? I think for me, it depends who wins the Europa League. I mean, who wins the FA Cup. But otherwise, I think we might get top 6. Might. We might finish on 6th place. We're going to either finish 6th or 7th. It's just a matter of which one. Rangers more chance of winning Scottish League. They're only 2 points, though, really. And if, for instance, both Celtic and Rangers win every single game, I'm sure they've still got to play each other for the bloody 110th derby of the season. Honestly, I'm just sick of that bloody that derby. It's just the most annoyingest derby ever. Like, too many of them. And I think when you've got a derby 15 times a season, it's not enjoyable. Like, you enjoy playing your rivals twice a season, or you get them in a cup game and you're enjoying it. Just diving constantly, rather. That's what they're doing, just constantly diving. Ah, this is the guy you mentioned who's on this set piece, isn't it, Chris? Number, is that 59? 50? 59? I don't bloody know. I'll need to get my glasses done. 50 or 59, one of the two. Set piece has been taken from Atalanta. Don't give this as a penalty. Yeah, they do play very tactful, some Italian clubs. Like Inter Milan, they're quite good tactfully. Milan can be as well. Both the Milano clubs can be. I don't watch too much of Napoli to comment on them. Saying juiced. Come on, get the ball away. Literally, the game plan what Sporting's got at the moment, Atalanta's picking that out. And Atalanta has been the bigger threat on goal right now. Oh, there's no need for Pot then. Giving the ball away just so cheaply. Did you hear Chelsea getting Brentford set piece coach? Yeah, I heard about that. To be fair though, Brentford are actually pretty good at set pieces. We need a set piece coach. Our set piece coach has gone to the MLS. I hope that MLS team knows that they're never going to score a set piece goal again. Isn't Atalanta Stadium a training ground? I have no clue at all, to be fair. Milan, Inter, Juve, below. To be honest, I don't watch Bologna, so I can't really comment on them. But I presume that they're good because they must have some kind of good tactics. 1-0 Villa. That's good. Villa beating Ajax 1-0. I think next season Champions League will even be worse with more teams. Yeah, exactly. And as well, they've got that a computer generating the ties, which is stupid as well. I always say, don't ruin things. Don't touch things that don't need to be touched. And this is exactly what UEFA's doing, just out of pure greediness. They're getting a new stadium. Watkins 25 minutes. Haha, that was funny you said about United's set piece coach. Throw in for Sporting, taken by Reese. Trincao passed it to Diamonde. St. Just. Escargio. Trincao. Edwards. Just giving the ball away so cheaply. You know what? I'm literally watching this Atalanta team, and Atalanta do not even look that good. And Sporting making Atalanta look world class. They don't even look that good. Blue cards, they're trying to make it into bloody dodge. These blue cards are pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. But just want to do everything. Just want to change everything and just ruining football, full stop. Gonares. Shoot! Roos, come on! Oh, why couldn't... Oh, it's going to be a corner. As I said about the Champions League, don't touch things that don't need touching. Let's just say. I was surprised Inter went out last night. Yeah, I was as well, to be fairly honest. I'd rather Inter have gone through over Atletico Madrid. Can't stand Diego Simeone. He just gets on my nerves. Corner. No one there. That's going to... Oh, that might be an Atalanta throw, that. Oh, it's a Sporting throw-in. I wasn't expecting that. I think because Lookman last touched the ball. I thought Lookman touched it once it went out. Well, bear in mind. Escargio took that throw-in. Maisy, it's true what Harry Redknapp said. Too many non-football academies who never played taking charge. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Israel. Matthews Reese. Inacio. Israel. St. Just. Diamonde, he looks like he's... When it's out in possession, it's looking like Sporting's playing in the back four because it looks like Diamonde is playing as a defensive midfielder and they're converting into a 4-3-3. That's how it's looking at from what I'm watching here today. And I just think at the moment it's really not working. Ref, foul it! He literally had hold of him. That should have been a foul for Sporting because they literally had Gonares' arm. What's Gonares going to do with his arm when he doesn't even have his arm? He's literally got his arm pulled. Sporting can't get into the game. Exactly. Weird one. Jose for Fenerbahce. What? Jose going to Fenerbahce? I have not seen this. Jose Mourinho. Batcher. Fenerbahce are keeping an eye on the situation and could propose a contract for Mourinho if they fail to beat rivals Galatasaray to the title this season. But in Fenerbahce like unbeaten at the moment in the league. Why? I'm literally thinking, why wouldn't they win? The second? Since when? Oh, they've lost the game, Fenerbahce. So they've had 24 games, 4 draws, 1 loss. Galatasaray's had 25 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. Oh, okay. Uh, 1996 Euros, Germany won at Wembley. And then 2022 Euros, England won at Wembley as well against Germany. Sporting need to string some passes together. Agreed. Jose winning the Turkish league with Fred in midfield. Be nice to see. Let's see what people saying in the chat. Thought Jose would go to Newcastle. Yeah. He probably had enough of the Premier League now. Jose's tactics are done for in the Prem. Fenerbahce lost when they dropped Fred. Typical. Roos. Gonzalez. Shoot! Yes! Oh, is it offside? No, it's not. It's a goal. Yes! Get in! 1-0. Oh, get in. That was good. It was a nice cheeky assist as well for Gorres. Nice pass. The goalkeeper should have done a whole lot better, though. Even the defensor was pretty poor. So that's 1-0 now for Sporting. Pedro Gonzalez scores on the 34th minute. We go, people. Nice tidy little finish. So, can Gonzalez be Bruno's replacement? Gonzalez is more of a winger, in my opinion. A right winger compared to a number 10 role. I genuinely don't think he suits the number 10 role, in my opinion. I think if we was going to look at someone to replace Bruno, I would say Musiala from Bayern Munich, or was it hard from the Bundesliga, one of the two. Sam Allardyce, Sir Alex Ferguson could celebrate after finishing. Sam Allardyce and Sir Alex Ferguson could celebrate after finishing. During the Cheltenham horse race in England, fun to watch. Don't watch it, to be honest. I haven't seen your question to Alan, but are you able to put it back into the chat? Had a lot of comments tonight, so I've not been able to keep up, to be fair. So yeah, pop your comment in it. Atalanta's back in possession. It's easy defending that for him. Yeah. How about Elise or Neto? I'd take both of them, to be honest. I think both of them are incredible wingers. If I was going to pick, Elise would be my choice out of him and Neto. The only problem is they're both pretty injury prone. But I think both of them can make such a big impact. Gonzalez more of an attacking midfielder / winger for me. Yeah, he's more of a winger than a midfielder altogether. Like, I don't think he's the same player when he's a midfielder compared to a winger. When he's a winger, he's absolutely unreal. But the problem is we got so much room in that attack now. It's just about balancing it out and giving more people a chance. I said, what are your thoughts on Ten Hag taking some players for dinner? Is it PR? And why didn't he take everyone? Good question. I think from what I read, some players refused to go. If it was the fact he didn't invite some players, I think it was wrong. But I don't know. Like, obviously, people have lives and players have lives and stuff. Like, no doubt about that. But you need to treat all the players the same. You can't have the favourites at the end of the day. But I think he definitely does have favourites, just like a lot of managers do. But if he did only invite certain players, I think it was wrong, in my opinion. Is Martial ever going to get a game again? It's just a matter if he's actually fit for a game again. Marcus Edwards or Chiesa would be my winger choice. Hope United will end Liverpool's quadruple hopes. I think they were out in the spinning fields, actually. Spinning fields, so nice. Dio didn't do anything wrong there. The real Diamande did nothing. Hey Jordan, thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. I'm being serious, Rabbit. He's genuinely injured at the moment. I'm not even like saying this to banter. Like, Israel's gonna catch that. Like, come on. Yeah, but he's genuinely injured. I drink Sprite Prague. I said before, first leg, they're a good team. No mugs. Yeah. Go get Liao or Cav. Oh yeah, both of them are great options as well. I'd take both of the two for sure. I'd probably take Liao, but the problem is Liao has a bad. How can I say? Liao had bad publicity when he was at Sporting. Let's just apparently he disrespected Sporting. How accurate it is, couldn't tell you, but 1-0 Brighton. Roma's just gonna sit now. Like, they're not gonna be forced because they're basically already through. Leao does have long-term contract. Remember that. 40 mil for Martial. His contract's up in the summer, so we're not going to get anything. Will Liverpool get the quadruple? No, I can't see it personally. Atalanta holds possession. It will be Leao and Rashi at PSG. Yeah, probably most likely. I don't know though. Would Leao go back to the French league? Because I'm sure that's where Sporting sold him to a team in the French league. I'm sure of it. That was a poor cross from Atalanta. Sporting need to finish this game off. Just get another goal before half time. Put Paulinho on. Just end him. Paulinho's just going to end him, man. That's what I thought. I thought it was a French club he went to. Lille. That must have been what it was. Lille, yeah. A double or treble possible for Liverpool, depending on what the season contenders do. I think you could. I think if you went all the way in the Europa League, I don't think you'll win the league. Personally. Yeah, I don't think you'll win the league if you go all the way in Europa. But if you don't go all the way in Europa, I think you could win the league and possibly the FA Cup. I bet Klopp takes first team players off at half time. They had a nice run, now take a break and have a Kit Kat. That's the thing with Klopp. he's a great manager and all, but he just doesn't know when to rotate. Arsenal will win the league. It'll be City who win the league. Arsenal won't win it. Not in my opinion, anyway. Throw in for Sporting. Escargio taken. So ball possession, 42% for Atalanta compared to 52% for Sporting. Sporting's back in attack with Marcus Edwards. He had two people there and it's gone for a corner for Sporting. We're going to watch Big Brother shortly. It's face-to-face nominations tonight. Yep, it sure is, Niall. Big Steve City fan saying he would rather have a second Champions League as opposed to 4 leagues in a row. Fair enough. City or Liverpool winning it makes either sit for United. Exactly. I don't want either of them to win, but it's going to happen. Obviously, the best case scenario it probably would be Arsenal for us. Corner taken. Still kept it in the box. Pass it, pass it, pass it, pass it, pass it. I think he could have really passed it back personally. Rather than taking on the player. Don't get me wrong, he did get the better of him. But he should have passed it back. In my opinion, anyway. Oh, man. Oh. Atalanta's so frustrating to watch. I couldn't watch these on a weekly basis. Like, I just genuinely couldn't. Here's a cycle stat. Luke Little averaged 114 against Van Gerwen. Well, that's good. He's a good little darts player, to be fair. Maisy, I was there at my auntie's in North London when Arsenal won the league in '99. There was mad people driving around shouting Arsenal, tooting their horns. I always knew Arsenal was sad. Put Amorim on the shortlist next coach. Yeah, definitely be on the shortlist. Just a matter of who activates £30 million release clause. Sporting's not going to let him go easily, like especially when he's won their first league in 19 years and he's broke all different types of records. Don't overestimate Arsenal. Thank you for your sub. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Good job Arsenal didn't win it in 19. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was us who won it in 99. We won. Yeah, United won in bloody 99. We won the treble. Maze, do you live in Manchester? Yes, I do live in Manchester. Near Etihad, however, unfortunately. We all live United. No. The media are Andy from Toy Story. That 98 team is the best Arsenal had. Well, there was a couple of good players. I preferred the 03 team. The 03 team was mint. But good save, Israel. It was clear he was offside anyway, so it was alert Israel, but it was a clear offside. Have you heard about what's happened to Rochdale? No clue what's happened to Rochdale. No clue at all. Sporting need to win second time. 98 Arsenal were dangerous. Thoughts on the new stadium that may or may not be built, giving Old Trafford to women and downsizing it? I'd agree with that, because at the moment they're renting it from a rugby club, Lee Leopards or something. So I think the women really should have their own stadium, and if we are going to be building a new Old Trafford, then yeah, I would agree that the women should have that and then build the new stadium right near it. Miss Highbury show. Just for you, Mays. Ferguson assists at Edwards. What? Why would that be for me? Like, for me, if you was doing it for me, you'd be signing like the likes of Paulinho. Come on, Reese. Ilmond. It's going to blow the whistle in a minute. They are going out of business unless they find 2 million. Oh, it's terrible that. I hate it when that happens to clubs. So it's a real shame, honestly. Real shame. Highbury was a great ground. And they were challenging consistently. Mays, thoughts on United recruitment, what will be in the summer? I think right now it's quite hard to say. Man United's always been the one what is linked to every Tom, Dick, Harry team, every Tom, Dick, Harry stadium, every Tom, Dick, and Harry player. So I think now we've got a new co-owner. It's quite difficult to say because we don't know what his tactical approach is going to be, especially now he's changed the board up. It's closely linked to Ratcliffe. Highbury Stadium. Yeah, I know who you mean. I hope we get a new stadium. I'm at the game on Sunday. We need to move, sadly, as it's expensive to renovate United. I have Gorez, to be fair. Yeah, so at the moment, it's 1-0 for Sporting. I think for me, I think Sporting could have done a lot better with the possession. They did give the ball away extremely cheaply. I genuinely think Atalanta was actually the better team in that first half. Israel played very good. Edwards, I don't really think many other people have been that good, to be fair. But as we can see here, possession 56 to Sporting to Atalanta's 44. Attempts on target, Atalanta's 2 to Sporting 1. Total attempts, Atalanta 5 to Sporting 2. Corners, Atalanta 1 to Sporting's 2. Offside, Atalanta 2 to Sporting's 1. So yeah, it is pretty even. And when you do look at that, Atalanta has been the better team. And I do genuinely believe that Atalanta as well has been the better team. Probably the fact that a lot of games have tied in for Sporting right now and it's catching up maybe. But I don't know. Reading FC selling local training ground to rivals Wickham as Reading trouble at the top continues. I don't agree with stuff like that. They're going to end up being the new NK Dons, in my personal opinion. Will Sporting make subs early? According to a foot mob, Pedro Gonzalez is coming off, so we'll just have to see. Are Liverpool playing today? Yeah, Liverpool's playing. They're battering at the moment. If United did a Real Madrid and heavy invested to renovate Old Trafford and the training ground, I'd take it. Just have no idea where we'd play in the meantime. I think what they probably would do is they'd do what Real Madrid are doing with the Bernabeu. They would just have a reduced capacity until it's done. Because, for instance, the Sir Bobby Charlton stand, that's one stand in particular what isn't in good condition. So they would need at least to close that one off. I will miss Goodison Park. Yeah, it was a good little ground, to be fair. So if we look at what Footmob has said, in terms of ratings. Israel's got a 6.2. St. Juste's got a 7.2. I think St. Just was probably by far the best defender. Diamonde 6.3. Inacio 7. Escargio 6.4. Pedro Gonzalez 7.4. And he got subbed off. So I don't like anyone else getting subbed off, to be fair. Because Branganza came on, didn't he? So I'm looking at the substitute options. I think Quasima might come on. Paulinho will come on. Jenny Catamo will come on as well. Ilman got a 6.3. Risa's got a 6.6. Edwards 6.8. Trincao 6.2. Gonares 6.7. Goodison will be the most expensive championship ground. Mays, you hear Forest getting point deductions. Yeah, I heard that. And if they do get it this season, they're not getting, let's just say, they won't be getting the third season in the Premier League. Are you doing a watch along on Sunday? No, I'm at the game on Sunday. I'm at the women's game versus Bristol. The kickoff's at like 12, so I won't be back in time to do it anyway. So Sporting, they need to get in the game more because Atalanta could easily creep back in. Yeah, Atalanta's been doing quite well in terms of counter-attacking football. So that's always going to be a threat. And then we'll look at Atalanta's rankings. Musso 5.8, Kolonasic 7.2, Hien 7, Dimsmitter 7.2, Baka 6.1, DROM 6.5, Edison 6.6, Olm 6.9, Lookman 6.5, Barangu K 6.4, Skabaka has got a 6.2 as well. So looking at hindsights, Atalanta hasn't won a match in 5 attempts, haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches, so they're still continuing not to have a clean sheet. Sporting haven't lost in 11 matches and unbeaten in 5 away games, so obviously it is looking more thingy for Sporting right now. What's the score in this game? 1-0 for Sporting. Where is the press from Sporting? Good question. What bench options Sporting got? They got plenty, rather. I went through the bench earlier on. Hey there, Dad. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. The score for Sporting at half-time is 1-0. Pedro Gonzalez has scored. Sporting have only ever played 3 head-to-heads with Atalanta and hasn't even won. So if this one, obviously the win, this is going to be the more important one. Let's be real when we say that. So let's look at the Europa League games. What's been done today. We'll look at some of the scores. Who would you sub off? Gorez needs a bit of a rest, so maybe sub him off for Paulinho. I'd sub off Trincao as well. And I'd sub off Escargio and Reese and put on Nuno Santos and Jenny Catamo. Who's been the better team? Probably Atalanta. So the scores for today in the Europa League: Milan 3, Slavia 1. Milan won 7-3 on aggregate. Rangers versus Benfica. Benfica won, Rangers 0. Benfica won at 3-2 on aggregate. What can I say? Villarreal 3, Marseille 1. Marseille wins 5-3 on aggregate. And then West Ham 5, Freiburg 0. West Ham win 5-1 on aggregate. Atalanta 0, Sporting 1. As it stands, Sporting are winning 2-1 on aggregate. Brighton 1, Roma 0. As it stands, Roma are winning 4-1 on aggregate. Bayern Leverkusen 0. Quarbag. FK 0. Currently 2-2 on aggregate. And Liverpool 4, Sparta Praga 1. Liverpool are currently winning 9-2 on aggregate. So we've got some interesting ties at the moment. So let's look at the chat. My mother is in the chat. Hope you are well, Queen. Thanks for coming in. Maisy, have you seen Kudos's goal? I haven't, So I think maybe we'll have a look now, because people are saying that it was good. So let's have a look. So he's got the ball at the moment, Kudos. He's already run past one Freiburg player. He's literally done it all for himself. That was actually a really good goal. That could be up there for best goal in the Europa League. How he's just managed to do everything all himself. He's a proper special player. No spamming, please. No one's spamming. Don't worry about it. That's Rob's type of bitter. His goal was good. Hello, Nick. Everyone's saying hi to you. Yep. So as I say, some good ties in the Europa League, and there's some. I think obviously there's the tie tomorrow. So we'll have to see, and we'll have a look at the Conference League as well whilst we're at it. I just put the Europa League. I put Europa League. Do I have to put Europa Conference League? I've never even watched a Conference League. The Conference League. Maybe that just sounds a bit bad, but not really my kind of thing. If Amorim was to leave, who would you get as a replacement? I would personally go ones that I like. I like the Feyenoord manager. I like that young manager in the Saudi league. I like a Victoria manager. So I think either one of the three, I think, would actually do well, in my opinion, at Sporting. But the problem is if, well, it's not even an if now, it's a matter of when now. When Amorim does leave Sporting, I don't think no one can really ever replace Amorim, because for me, Amorim is probably, I probably say he'll end up becoming one of the best manager of Sporting's history. And I think the way he's played, the way he set up that team, and people don't realise. People say, "Oh, Ten Hag built his team twice." Ruben Amorim, I've had to build that midfield 3 times. It's he's built that 3 times, and it's still a fantastic midfield. And I just think that if he does leave, he has put that team in an extremely good position for sure. Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about, Matthias Yaselli. I think for me, he'd probably be the most likely one Sporting would get, or the Victoria manager. I know I've said Arne Slot. I rate Arne Slot massively as a fantastic manager. I just don't think he'll end up going to Sporting with the way Feyenoord is at the moment, because the only thing Arne Slot's going to do, he will go from the Dutch League to the Premier League, or the Dutch League to La Liga. I don't think he'll end up going from the Dutch league to the Portuguese league, in my personal opinion, anyway. Full-time predictions, I'm going 2-1 to Atalanta. Yeah, so Sporting's about to kick off again in just a moment. So we quickly look at the Conference League ties. Fenerbahce 0, Union St. Gilsick 1. Fenerbahce win 3-1 on Ags. Florentina 1. Maccabi Fiova 1-5-4 for Florentina and Ags. PAOK. I remember playing them, and Ingalo scored. 5 Zagreb 1. Pack. I'm just gonna say Pack. Pack won 5-3 on Ags. It looks like Victoria Pleason went to penalties and won 3-1. Club Brugge are currently winning 1-0 against Molde. Ags currently 2-2. Aston Villa are currently winning 1-0 against Ajax. Aston Villa are winning 1-0 in Ags. Lille is 1. SK Strum Gak 1. 4-1 on Ags. Olympiacos winning 3-0 and it's 4-4 on Ags for them as well. So it's going to kick off again in just a moment. Just to remind everybody, no spoilers in the chat, please. Don't want to ruin the tie for anybody. But it's kicked off now anyway. So, there we go. Let me just put that a tiny bit bigger for you all. Right. That's a bit better. Yeah, so no spoilers in the chat, please. Fingers crossed. Don't go to extra. Is this serious? Who is this guy? Oh, 1-1. It was Escargio who was meant to be bloody marking. What the hell was Escargio doing? What was St. Juice doing? He should have cleared that. Oh, I'm not even going to say anything. Lookman as well, out of all people. I know Lookman. It wasn't even offside. Like, I could see with my own eyes it wasn't offside. Thanks. Come on. Run. Gonorrhea, come on. Get it in. Corner. Oh, Lookman. 1 goal in 7 games from Lookman. It's just always the way, isn't it? When the guy don't score and he scores against Sporting, like, it's just a pure luck, isn't it? Oh, corner for Sporting. Corner in. Poor corner, and Atalanta's gone back on the attack, and Lookman's got the ball. You know what? Just foul Lookman. I don't even care. Just take a red card. Just take the guy out. He's already got on my nerves. Exactly. Lookman is rubbish. He is ass. That's probably how I know him, because he's ass. And just the players are going down far too easily. Just keep getting dispossessed really quickly. Oh. Peace. Look, again, Sporting's getting dispossessed. Atalanta's got the cross in. No one there to support. They've got the ball that can go back in. Israel punches. Yeah. Exactly, Chris. That's exactly what happened. Come on.
Who's getting chucked out? What's it on about him?
Who's getting chucked out?
What's that mean? Who's getting chucked out? What?
Escargio. Drink out. Put it in the box, you melon. Edwards. Cross it in.
Whoa.
Muppets. Can't do a simple thing. You're a winger. Cross it in the box. And you got him again. Thank God St. Juice was there. Bloody, do you think Lutman's going to get ahead of St. Juice? No way. Oh, Lutman's getting on my nerves badly. Thank God for Israel. That's all I'm going to say. Oh. Look at the state of that. Proper bad state. Oh. Plinio needs to come on. Get us a goal. The King of North London needs to come on. Branganza. I've never watched Atalanta, Sean, so I can't comment. Well, no, I'm not really impressed. They've been rubbish. Just unbelievable, man. Like, you're putting on top performances in the league, which quite evident is showing, but in Europe, just constantly depressing. Escargio. Ilmond. I bloody hope not, it's extra time. Escargio. St. Just. Diamonde. Branganza. Substitutes, that's what he needs to do. Edwards got the ball. Oh. Branganza. Ascagi. Oh, come on! Dio! What's wrong with Dio? This isn't like Dio. You should have had that in. Oh. Should have well and truly had that set piece in. Atalanta's got on his hard toes. Ilmond. He's so weak. Escargio's so rubbish. Oh. Sporting, I said, if they don't get a go, Atalanta, they'll creep in. Exactly. Agreed. They have. Can't stand an international break. What about you? Yes, boring international break. Beat at Diamande. Beat at Diamande is the one who's playing in probably the worst league in the world called the Scottish Premier League. Haha, Maisy, all funny. Big up the Prime. It's not Prime, rather. Feel like beat a. Oh. Oh, throwing for Sporting. Worst league. Norway exists. Yeah, Norway's still a better league. Funny you, rather. Gonna be a throw-in now for Sporting. Come on, Ilman. Get it in. You know what you're doing, boy. Escargio. Edwards is going to get dispossessed. But you didn't like WKD. No, because I hadn't drank in a long time, it didn't taste, it tasted weird, but they taste all right now. Your dad was eyeing up them WKDs. I bought them WKDs of mine. Rubbish. It is rubbish. Like, rubbish, yeah. I will do when I got time, Rabbi. Unless you want me to play it whilst I'm on stream. Reese for a throw-in. Inacio. Diamande. St. Just. Oh. You can see that Atalanta's scared of Edwards. Edwards just keeps getting fouled constantly. Constantly. Edwards is normally so much quicker. And he's not. He's just... Yeah. I stick to Ribino. Amarin makes some changes, exactly. Leverkusen losing. They're going to concentrate on the league a bit. Well, maybe they might go on an losing run. OS Maze. What's that mean to mean? State of that. Proper state. Oh. Clearly got no fight, Abdi, let's be real. I'm not even just gonna... So it's 2-1 for Atalanta. And looks like Atalanta's back on the attack. Scamacca couldn't even do it in the Prem. Couldn't even do it in the Prem. Braganza. St. Just. Diamande. You know what? This is going to be a controversial opinion, but this is why I would prefer Sebastian Coates to play. But Sebastian Coates, he wouldn't have let that go easily. He wouldn't have. Like, as much I diss this guy, like, but he literally. I know I've dissed this guy, but bloody hell, that defence is a bloody Rocky Horror show without him. Thank God he's coming off. Escargio. Oh, he's turd. Bloody hell, he is bloody crap. At least Jenny's coming on. I love Jenny. Bloody Jenny is an absolute legend and a half. Reese is coming off. You know what? That definitely something that I would have done. I even said that at half-time, subbing both off. Not that I'm disrespecting Reese when I say this, because he's actually done decent tonight, but Nuno Santos is like another level, man. Oh. Gonares. Nuno Santos. Hillman. What's the point in bringing it all the way up to there just to pass it back to Niacho? Just, oh my days. Amarim, I've got this completely wrong tonight. People's gonna watch this and go, Amarim's not a good manager. Because they don't bloody watch the Portuguese league. Thanks for coming in, Torstein. Have a nice night. Sporting don't get battered everywhere they go, though, do they? Top of the league for a reason, Sean. So they're taking off Edison. Oh, they got him. Number 7 coming on. Heard of him. I'm presuming because I've heard of him, he's pretty good. Number 7 for Atalanta. Take Oscar Macari. Oh. Edison linked to United. Everyone's linked to United these days. At least we're not going to bloody extra time anyway. Jenny. Love Jenny, man. Jenny is an absolute baller and a half. Oh, Atalanta's back on the attack. He's back on the ball, Lookman. He's gone for a corner for Atalanta. Oh. Short corner taken. Lookman's crossed it in. Dog crap. They keep holding the ball at Atalanta. What keeper are you referring to? 2-0 Villa. Great for Villa, that. I've seen this thing where Ajax were walking around, the Ajax squad was walking around Birmingham. But what the hell would Ajax want to walk around bloody Birmingham for? Like, are they asking for a bloody death wish walking around there? Walking around the canals of a bloody Birmingham? Do they think it's the bloody red light district or something? To be honest, Israel's hardly had any games. He needs more games to make a judgment. The Atalanta goalkeeper don't look that good, though. Red card to Quara, bad player. Well, we'll just have to see what Bayern Leverkusen actually do now. Israel, St. Just, Ilmond, St. Just, Jenna. I love St. Just, but he's just been woeful tonight. Amarim's fuming. Come on. What the hell was that? Long goal kick for Israel. You can see exactly what Sporting's game plan is, and it's not like, and it's really not worked for them at all. Like, they've just looked far too predictable at the end of the day. They've just been really poor. Throwing for Atalanta. Throwing taken. Sporting pick up possession by Gonares. I think Hillman's been poor today as well, actually. Too many sideward, backward passing. Is De Zerbi... I don't rate De Zerbi, in my opinion. The guy's got no mentality at all. Like, what has he genuinely done as a manager for him to be considered for big clubs? What? Because he's had one good season so far at Brighton and got him into Europe. Don't get me wrong, fantastic that. But look at the recruitments, man. Bloody João Pedro, rubbish. Bloody, I genuinely think the squad's gone worse, but I think these also don't have squad depth either, so. Bragança, shot. Save by Atalanta's goalkeeper. Klopp given yellow card. We're on 11-2 on aggregate. Just relax, Klopp. The guy gets stressed way too easily. No wonder he needs a break. Who's died his hair?
What?
Has it?
David's grey, dyed it brown.
What? Have you got a picture? When?
The other day. He's still got a grey beard though.
Bloody thank God for Israel, man. If Enrique left PSG, would you take him? I'd take him, yeah. He's a good manager. I don't mind Enrique, to be fair. Yeah, I'd take him. I had PSG to win the Champions League at the start of the season. Yeah. PSG is like Spurs, bottle jobs when it comes to Europe. Absolutely rubbish. Like, the club that they've got, you think they'd have at least one Champions League. Just shows money doesn't get you everything. Not even a nice silver Champions League trophy. Put 115 charges, mate. Thomas Frank, is he good enough? For a top club? No. Nuno Santos. Bragança. Atalanta's back on the attack. Defended by Sporting. It's going to be an Atalanta throw-in. What game are you going to, and are you doing a match day vlog? I'm going to the United women's game. In terms of a vlog, I don't know. Sporting back in possession. Ilmond. Oh, Edwards fouled again. Just take Edwards and Trincao off. Take the pair of them off. Dale, put Polino on. Mbappe to do Leonardo DiCaprio saying he's staying for another fifth. He's an idiot, that Mbappe. Just get a small plastic one from Kinderhead. Hillmond. Nuno Santos. Gonares. Dispossessed by Atalanta. Atalanta's back on the counter. Diamande well defended. Sporting's been woeful. I can't wait for these player ratings at the end because I'm not even going to be pretty with these. Trincao. Jenner. How easily do you need to be dispossessed? You're getting dispossessed so easily. Oh. Highest rated Maisy is going to give is a 4 or a 5. Thank God St. Jude is coming off. Oh, I love the guy, but I've got no comment about him tonight. Kwasima is coming on. I love Kwasima. Edu Kwasima, he is the guy. Trincao coming off. Yes! Bellini's coming on! Yes! That's the celebration. Oh. What are you laughing at? You're laughing at me doing Polino's celebration? You'd be like...
Oh, stop doing it.
Oh, best the player's gonna get is free. Well, I don't know how kind I'm gonna be. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. May's nearly spat me food out watching your expression. I'll be doing it if he scores. So we'll have to hope Polino scores. Oh yeah, I need to take that poll off. I'll do another poll.
I don't use polls. I don't know what I'm going for.
I'll tell you which one to say. I put a new poll in the chat, guys. It's going to be an easy option for you. Jenna? Who clicked no? No one's clicking no. There's no option. Why have you done that?
What's Mum doing? Mum, what have you done?
Was there something in that WKD I wish after watching this game? Atalanta player got a yellow card. Free kick for Sporting. No Sporting player's got a yellow yet. Where's Polino at? Bit of poor bat. Edwards, cross it back in, quick. Don't. Jenner cross. Was he going for goal or something? You gave this game more life than the actual game. That's what I aim to do. At least 75% of you, 100% of you have said, yeah, that Polino's going to score. Oh. Nah, it'd be funny if Polino scores at the last minute, though. Or Edu. I'd love Edu to score. Edu Cosima. But the problem is because Escargio's more a defensive wing back than attacking wing back, that means Edu isn't going to be able to go forward because Jenny isn't an attacking wing back, isn't an a defensive wing back. Who's good at pens for Sporting? Plinio, Gonares, Edwards, I presume. Gonzalez would have been good, but he's off. So whoever's on the pitch will do. That's if they even go to Penzo. Might end soon. Throw-in for Sporting to be done by Jenny. Quasimo. Inacio. Nuno Santos. Ilmond. Dio. Israel. Quasimo. Jenny. Jenny, man. Funny thing, Atalanta didn't even do much. Exactly. Sporting have made Atalanta look great. Atalanta don't even look good. Atalanta's rubbish. Is it worth a bet on Paulinho? Possibly. What are the odds for him to score? He likes to score in Europa League. He likes to score in Europe, does Paulinho. A nice cheeky header. That's what he does. Known for. 6-1 Liverpool. Crazy. Come on, Edwards. Get it to Paulinho. Get it to Paulinho. Get it to Paulinho. I'm sick of Edwards. Edwards is getting on my nerves. He just keeps badly getting dispossessed. Really bad. When he could just give the ball, when he could just pass the ball or he could cross the ball, he just rather runs into defenders. And this hasn't been his night at all. $12-1. I like them odds. What's that on? Let's have a look on Bet365. In play. Atalanta versus Sporting. What was that? Here you go. 14-1 for Paulinho to get the fourth goal. 14-1 for Paulinho to score any time. I like them odds. Gotta put a nice couple of quid bet on that. Not now. Set stake. See what I mean with Marcus Edwards? Put a nice 2 quid bet on that. 30 quid back if he scores. To be fair though, I don't know if they say Any time if that includes extra time. Oh, he gets back up now, doesn't he? Diving cheat. Olympiacos have come back from 4-1 down the first leg. That's unreal, that. Unreal. Hey, Liam. Good to see you too. Thanks for coming into the chat. Hope you're well. What do you win? 30 quid from 2 quid. Fernandez Paulinho. So we better score. How much would it cost to cash out? I can't even cash out if I wanted to anyway. Suspended. It's only 90 minutes. Oh, no way. I want to put it on otherwise. Where'd you do that? How do you know if it's only for 90? Breakfast, lunch and dinner on Maisy. No way. I could spend 30 quid alone just out for dinner or tea. I was trying to find Paulinho on it. I was like, where's Paulinho? Then realised his first name is... I don't know why it says Fernandez is his first name. Because he's not even... He's called João Paulo Diaz Fernandez. I'm sure. So, do you bet on a lot of games? I don't. No, I don't bet on games. Not really. I just seen Paulinho was 14-1. I'm like, well, I'm going to go in for that. Just because it's Paulinho and I know how good he can be in Europe. Ilmond. Branganza. Jenner. Come on! Oh! As if he nearly scored and all! How did he not get that in? Oh! He just cost me 30 quid. Paulinho, man. Paulinho should have had that in. And I would have had 2-2 on aggregate, 3-3 on aggregate, and then I would have won 30 quid. He's lost me 2 different times now. Paulinho, man. Disappointed in you. Look. I would have actually got money. I genuinely would have got 30 quid if he scored. I am so glad it's him that missed. Just because you're a hater to Paulinho. Just because you're a hater towards him. Unreal, that. Jenny's been poor since he's come on. Yeah, the Europa League, what's in the final, yeah? In Dublin. The stadium's right near the airport as well, isn't it? Because I seen it. I think I seen it on the way back to the airport when I went Dublin. Come on. Gonorez. Come on. Nuno Santos. Gonorez. Ilmond. Edwards. Jenner. Jenny crossed it in. Poor. Edwards. Come on. How's he missed again? He's costing me 30 quid. What with? He missed again. He missed again. I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Henry. I really appreciate the support. Yeah, it's pretty close, but there's another one, Croke Park, 80,000 that has. Ooh, whereabouts is that? Like, is that near the city centre or is that near the airport or something? Can't help it when I hear Jenny's name, I immediately think of Forrest Gump. He's costing you quarters. Oh, Maisy always pronounces his name like from around the corner. Well, it's just me voice, isn't it? You know? Get in! No comment, man. I'll deal. You should have had that in. How's he skied that? If you can't score, pass it Paulinho. I'm doing draw in the morning. Are you doing the Champions League draw or the Europa League draw? Thank you so much, Reese. Really appreciate that. Old man Edwards. 4 minutes injury time. I don't like seeing Maisy like this unless it's Man United. Man United gets me like this all the time as well, Chris. Yeah, besides it, I knew it was called that. Has the final of 45,000 as. Yeah, if you can do that, that'd be really good. I'd like to see what that other one looks like. I might have even gone past it and I just didn't know. Both UCL and UBL. Oh, great. Hopefully as well, Liverpool might get a nice draw for people. Not obviously hopefully for me. Well, maybe, because it's better than being in Europe. Bring on Sunday. I'm dreading Sunday. I'm dreading it. Good night. Sleep well. Thanks for coming in. Do you support any Champions League team? No, I don't. Porto gave Arsenal a game on Tuesday. Yeah, Porto was fantastic. Pepe, world-class performance from him. You wouldn't think he was like 40-odd the way he played. Unreal. I think the thing is with Porto, I think they're too far off from winning the league. And I know it's a far-fetched, but the thing is with the Champions League, it's anyone's game, really. Over 2 legs, and they probably thought try and get a win out of Arsenal and qualify, because that's going to probably... That and the cup games are going to be what they're bothered about now. May's going to be singing Skinner's name on Sunday. Ugh. No, it'd be people going, my skin is Miami. My skin is Miami. My favourite darts player supports Man United, which is a real shame. Luke Little. Yeah, he's a good player, a good darts player. Him. Just Matt, how do I cancel a bet? Because Paulinho just let me down good and proper. Cash out unavailable. You know what, though? If I didn't even put that bloody bet on, you would have scored. Oh. Look at him defending from the corner flag. Just pathetic. Look at the state of them Atalanta fans. Proper state of them. What can I say, Chris? It's the best club in the world. What can I say? Look at him purely defending off that corner flag. It's just sickening. Like how teams can play like that. Why didn't you do a long kick? Come on. Dick. I can't believe he slipped just then. Full time. Atalanta are through on the full 90 against Sporting. Sporting just simply were nowhere near good enough. Atalanta done well on the counter. Had some good chances on them. Sporting was giving silly possession away. They didn't deserve that win. It was just more of a hope that they would win, more than the fact that they would actually. More the hope once it obviously came to the 1-1. Everyone knew Atalanta would have been a struggle to go to in things because Sporting's never won against Atalanta. So disappointing, really. Very disappointing. Sporting looked poor to me. They were poor. Unlucky. Hopefully he's win the league. Fingers crossed. They've got a game in hand in the league, so fingers crossed they do win the league. Sporting to win the league then. Yeah, they still got another cup competition, which they're against Benfica. They won 2-1 in the first leg. We'll do the ratings anyway of the players. So here's the starting 11. So we'll start with the first player, Israel. I actually think Israel had a decent game, if you want me to be honest. I don't think there was too much the guy could have really have done. He did concede 2 goals though. I'm going to give Israel a 5.5. Average, I guess. But he didn't do too much for me to be stepped out. Ravi gone with a 5 for Israel. Reese went for a 5 as well. We'll go now for St. Just. I must be honest, I'm extremely disappointed with St. Just. He is one of my favourite Sporting players, as a lot of people would know, and I just think he was so poor in possession. He was so poor defending. You can tell he's very rusty. I think he could have done so much better than he done. Like, if you looked at a year ago with St. Just against Arsenal, where he managed to block out Martinelli to today, you wouldn't even think that was the same player. You genuinely wouldn't. 3. Just poor. Just really, really poor. Reese has gone for 4.5 for St. Just. Go for Diamande now. Diamande is another player. I absolutely love the guy, but again, he was poor. Just wasn't his game at all, and personally, I don't think he suits that middle centre back role. Extremely disappointed in him. 4.5 for Diamande. Very, very poor. Villa's currently winning, as far as I could remember. They were winning 2-0, according to the chat earlier on. So they should go through. Leverkusen, 93rd minute equaliser. Diamande 4. So we'll go with Inacio now. If you want me to be honest, Inacio like a ghost all game. You wouldn't think Inacio was on the pitch. That was genuinely how poor he was. Don't know what to really say, to be honest. He wasn't the worst player on the pitch, but he wasn't the best one either. Gonna give him the same rating as Diamande, 4.5. Another poor performance. I know he's just come back off injury, but yeah. Great, that increases the chance of fifth being Champions League spot. Yeah, exactly. That's the main thing. Better for it'll probably be Spurs or Villa, though we will get that spot. And it'd be nice for Villa to actually win the Conference League. 5 poor St. Just is normally great today. Agreed. It was terrible today. We'll go now for Escargio. Poor performance. I genuinely don't think he's good enough to be a sporting player. Give the ball away so cheaply. The guy can't cross. He can't cross. He can't defend. He can't attack. I genuinely don't know what this guy's good at. He's not a good player at all. And the only reason why this guy keeps getting picked week on week is because at Sporting don't have a recognised right wing back since Pedro Porro left. And Sporting didn't go out and sign one because Amarin keeps wanting to sign wingers so he can convert them into wing backs. Three. Ravi said 5 poor. So I'm gonna go for Reece now. To be fair, he was probably one of the better players. He did do well in terms of defending, and no goals came from his side. They were all from Escargio's side. He did well defensively. He just wasn't great going forward. But we know that Reece is actually a centre-back being converted into a wing-back. So you can't expect him to be a great attacking player. Gonna go for the same rating as Israel, 5.5. I'd say Israel and Reece were probably the best 2 players on the pitch, personally. Liam, Porro has been good at Spurs since Sanchez came in. Yeah, Porro's been outstanding, and I think the thing is with Porro as well, he's converting from a back 3 all the way to a back 4, and I think especially when you're a recognised wing back, it's so hard to convert, and I think he's done that so well at Spurs, and he's been fantastic in terms of his defensive abilities. Spurs have got a good one in Porro for sure, and he's definitely missed. So we'll go for Gonzalez now. He did come off for 34 minutes. He did score, of course, but there wasn't too much more to say about him. I'm not going to rate him low because I think it's unfair to do that when he's only played 34 minutes. So for that reason, I'm going to give him a 6. No other reason as to why. Next one now, Hillman. I think Hillman, that was probably his worst game as a sporting player. Loads of sideward, loads of backward passing. Half the time, he didn't even know what he was doing with the ball, if you want me to be honest. Extremely disappointing, in my opinion. Gonna go with a 4. Usually, he's easily an 8 type of player, but he was just really, really poor today. And I'm really disappointed about that. Ravi's gone for a 3. So we'll go now on to Edwards. Edwards, I think he was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Getting dispossessed so easily. He was getting fouled on quite a lot. Wasn't crossing very well. I don't think he had the smartness what he usually has because he was doing all the wrong decisions. The IQ wasn't there from Edwards. 3. I'm going to go for a 3 for Edwards. Ravi's gone for 4. Trincao now. I think Trincao, another one. Been poor. He wasn't as bad as Edwards, for say, but Trincao, I don't think he should have started, in my opinion. He ghosted a lot of the game, and I just don't think he's not good enough to be a sporting player, but I'm going to give him a 4. He's done a bit more than what Edwards done. He wasn't as poor as Edwards. Ravi's gone for a 2 for Trinco. And the last one, Gonares. You could you could tell all the play was going to Gonares. Kept doing the long balls, trying to hope that he scores, and that's shouldn't how Sporting play. They shouldn't rely on one player to think, right, we need to get a goal here. He didn't do bad, but he didn't have service either, in my opinion. I'm going to go for a 5 for Gonares. So that's my ratings. 5.5 Israel, 4.5 Inacio, 4.5 Diamonde, St. Just 3, Reese 5.5, Gonzalez 6, Hillman 6, Escargio 3, Trincao 4, Gonares 5, Marcus Edwards 3. I'm not going to be doing player of the match either because no one deserves it. Ravi's gone for a 3 for Gonares. And I will wrap it up here now. So thank you all so much for watching, giving the support to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. Hit the like, share, subscribe. I will keep you updated when I'm next live. So have a nice night all. Enjoy the draw tomorrow and take care. Bye-bye.